Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases for Forge World and Games Workshop. I hope you've been enjoying the content. As we see a slowing down of the Chaos Space Marine new releases, you'll see more reviews from the Primaris Vanguard models in the Shadow Spear set, culminating with their full range review and a review of the box set itself in its entirety. There are still going to be a few Chaos Space Marine reviews dotted about the place, such as the Chaos Space Marine Terminators and the Master of Executions and the Dark Apostle and so on. But there are a few videos I need to finish up with for Genestealer Cults, and I want to spend a few weeks covering Orcs. So I hope you've been enjoying all the content thus far. As such, I want to say a huge welcome to all of you new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing. It's a Warhammer 40k channel mainly. There are many ways to support the channel, liking the videos, watching the daily content, subscribing of course. In the description of all my videos, I now put an affiliate link for Element Games where you can save 15 to 20% off of your Warhammer models, and that helps the channel out sort of indirectly. It doesn't cost you any extra money. You just put the link in and then that tells Element Games that you've found them through me, and that's another way of supporting the channel. But if you want to support it financially, my PayPal details in the about page on my YouTube. It's just my email address, and also I do have a Patreon as well, and because I'm quite a small channel, any donation really helps out and allows me to cover all of the new releases every month, the Varmies that I wouldn't normally pick up. So thank you for the current Patreons. Really appreciate your support. So first of all, let's jump on over to the Warhammer community website. Now there's a lot to get through today, so this might be a long video. So if we just load back from last weekend, which was the 13th, I think, 13th of April, we had some Fireslayers art, which I touched upon, and that you can download a few wallpapers for your desktop. To pre-order, they were the Fireslayers and the Chaos Space Marine characters, you know, the Dark Apostle. I'll just click on there now, look. You had all the Fireslayers stuff. You have the Master of Executions, the Dark Apostle, and the Chaos Lord. Now, the Chaos Lord already came out before, but he was included in the Blackstone Fortress box set, which came out in December. And I've already reviewed him. Just type in Chaos Lord, and it's one of the first search results. And I also put a link to him on my own community page within YouTube. So that's what was going on last weekend. The day after, you had a new store opening miniature called Beric the Indomitable. Looks pretty cool. I like his face, his expression there as he's just swapped off this orc head. Decapitate an Orc with a Warhammer. Excellent. And then you've got a showcase of some more. So if your store is set to open or reopen, you can then have a look at these Terminator Captains and Terminator Chaplains for 40k. Really, really cool. I like this Terminator Chaplain here. The Terminator armor looks amazing. This sort of hood. We haven't seen this kind of thing before. Awesome looking Terminator Chaplain. You've also got the Stormcast Eternal there, Lena's Stormspire, and this Terminator Captain too. Which looks pretty decent. I love these skull encrusted sheaths or scabbards for the power swords, and it looks like he's got the power fist as well. Pretty good. Okay, so that was a nice little article. Then there was a pre-order preview on the Sunday as well. There's a lot going on. Warhammer Underworld's Nightvault. You've got a load of push to fit Sylvaneth miniatures. You've got these Lothari Guardian dice packs. You've got Thundrix Profiteers. They look pretty cool. These will be in metallic brown plastic, so that's interesting. You've got Zarbag's Gits, Thorns of the Bride Queen, Stormside's Cursebreakers, Molag's Mob, Godsworn Hunt, Eyes of the Nine, and then you've got a preview look at the Adeptus Titanicus Doom of Moloch, which we'll be looking at in quite closely. And I've got some big news about Adeptus Titanicus, which I want to share with you later on in the video. Night Stratagem cards, Civitas Imperialis Administratum Sector and Spires, and then Middle Earth we've got the battle companies up for pre-order as well. There are a few other little articles. There was a Sisters of Battle article here about the vehicles, a close look at the rhino doors specifically, and the exhaust vents, and some of the side panel armours and the rear for the rhino, and then this head from one of the Penitent engines. So Sisters of Battle definitely going to be hotly anticipated this year for many hobbyists, myself included. Then on the Monday they had an article just advertising that Sanguinius was more popular than everyone imagined. Who knew? I mean, my unboxing of the complete edition got over 11,000 views. My review of him got about 3,000. I'm going to do a review of the complete edition within the next week or so, and I hope that that's popular as well. But they basically announced that they previously announced it was limited time, but Games Workshop and Forge World, they love the money. They really do love the money, and who can say no to money? So in their infinite wisdom, they have decided to print more money in the form of more Sanguiniuses. So they've also given you an estimate of 6 weeks to fulfill all the orders. Now, that's still shorter than it took them to make my diorama base, because my base came out when everybody else's base was ready. I went to the Horus Heresy weekend, if you didn't already know, and they ran out of bases there. So they ran out of those, and I put my name down for one and paid for it there and then, and waited about 9 weeks. Yeah, so it was an incredibly long wait, many emails, lots of frustrations, but at least they're giving you an estimation there. So if you order one of these, don't keep your eyes glued to the letterbox for Sanguinius' sake. It'll come when it comes. That's the one bit of advice I can give you. Then they had a big community survey 2019. You can take a few minutes to fill out the survey, and then you can win a full Sisters of Battle army once they're ready for release. And then 10 runners-up will receive the new squad of plastic. So it's worth taking the survey, because you could win an army. There was Battle of Middle-earth pre-orders, Elwyn and Merry. They look really, really cool. So you get new miniatures there. So there's a nice preview of that Battle Company's book. A Doom of Moloch, what's in the book. So this had a very decent look at the contents. It's only 77 pages or so, so it's very tight, but it mainly focuses on the household marches, so you can have your night house full of knights and stratagems and things like that. Then there was a warband focus for Nilfari's Guardians, and a Rim Engine. That looks like chaosy stuff. Who knows? Then there was a warband focus on Thunderix Profiteers. And does it show what colour plastic they are? No. Oh well. Coming soon, the Sabbath Worlds Crusade, a big crusade, loads of novels later on in the year, I think. Regimental Standard, Eye of Terror pick captured for the first time. Warhammer Fest seminar schedule. I've decided that I'm not going to attend this year because I'm going to have a lay-in and look at all of the news from my desk. I had a look at what is the Battle of Moloch. That's a decent article. And then there was a blog for Eon and Merry, Slanesh and the Mortal, and that's not showing. Then there's Age of Chaos. Looks incredible. Look at this. In Sigmar, and then Slanesh today. Then they have Grim Dark Corners and 10 Signals on the Land Raider, and then Warhammer Underworld's top 10 Universal cards. And so that's it for the news. Not an awful lot going on, but if I can suggest you take part in the big community survey, I would do that, because you could win an army. At least there's that. So let's jump on over to Forge World, shall we? Where there are a couple of things to pre-order. I don't know what they've done here with this spear, but I want to say that they've photoshopped it, or they've done something there, because that looks really, really shiny. I mean, maybe it is just a paint scheme, but it didn't look that shiny in person. Anyway, if we go to new and we go to pre-orders, you've got the pre-orders here, but you need to be careful, because if you go back, you just add him straight away. I don't think you can get the base separately, but 125, you can just add him to cart, and it says there now, which is quite handy, usually ships within 35 days. Anyway, back to the pre-orders. So we go to new pre-orders and we look at what we've got, which is you can get the plastic Warlord Titan for £93 with the 2 weapon options. So that's £28 for the weapons combined, plus he is 65 normally in plastic. If I was you, I'd try and pick him up for 50 from a third party, and then you're only paying £78 and you're saving yourself 15 quid. If you can get your shipping free or whatever on both sides. But if not, you're probably going to be getting free shipping with your £93. So you might save a bit of money by getting them separately. I think he looks really cool with these new weapons. So you've got the macro Gatling blaster, which they are going to release in bigger resin, because it is a resin upgrade look. They're going to release it in bigger resin for the Warlords, and I can't wait to get that. And also the Quake Cannon, which looks alright. I don't know whether it's as big as the one on the Nemesis, but we'll see when I do some size comparisons. Anyway, so yeah, you can get the Quake Cannon separate, or the Macro Gatling Blaster. Then you've got the Middle Earth strategy game Battle Companies, £30 for this book. Pretty cool, but again, they don't show you how many pages there are, which really annoys me, but there is that. Then they've released the Horus Heresy Book 4 Conquest and Book 6 in softback. I think that's it. I don't think you can get them in the hardback anymore. They did say that they were going to release them separate. We'll see. I think I've got 6, but I don't think I've got 4. But anyway, £45 each. They are lovely books, but because they're about 300 pages each, it would have been nice if they did them in kind of hardback that wasn't as special, if that makes sense. If they were hardback for £40, without the kind of black covers, if they were red or something, they would be worth a pickup. But £45 for softback, I don't know. I think that's quite a expensive amount, really. But that's my opinion. Let's jump on over to Games Workshop, where there's a lot of pre-orders. Wow. So you've got the new Doom of Moloch hardback book, which is 70 odd pages. You can see how thin it is there. You've got the Knight Stratagem cards. And then hidden away here, you've got, where is it? Where's it gone? It's actually gone. So if you just click there you go. You can pre-order the Adeptus Titanicus Horus Heresy Grandmaster Edition. If we go to new and exclusive though, and we go to pre-orders, good, it is there as well. That's right then. So view all, and we'll sort high to low. There we go. So you can get the Horus Heresy Grandmaster Edition for £175. It does save you a fair bit. I think you get the knights for free and the buildings if you were to buy them all separate. I have now pre-ordered this, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned to the channel for an unboxing. It was incredibly frustrating that I recorded the unboxing last year in July, and that video got well over 30,000 views, and Games Workshop didn't get in touch with me at all and say, hey, thanks for that unboxing that was really popular, that was put on various websites. Sorry that you didn't manage to get one. We're going to send you one. But no, they didn't. So I've had to wait 6 months, and then I've bought it myself so that you get my version of an unboxing of the set. Yes, it does mean that I'm going to be starting Adeptus Titanicus, so stay tuned for reviews and size comparisons with full Warhammer 40,000 Forge World resin Titan sized comparisons, and with the knights as well, of course. But yeah, you can expect the Reaver comparison review, and you can inspect the Warhound Titan as well. No doubt they'll release the Nemesis in plastic at some point, and within the next year, I would have thought. But yeah, really looking forward to getting my hands on it finally. These Warlords are £65 each normally, so that's 130. The Knights I think are a 20 each, that's 40. So you know, that makes up the price of the set. You then get in the £25 rulebook or whatever, and the buildings and the dice and the, you know, all those other things. I'm looking forward to it, finally get my hands on it, and give you an unboxing and a full review. I need to familiarise myself with all the rules and go through them. It is a steep learning curve, so I've been told, but I'll make my way through it, and we'll get going with those reviews. Then you've got a Middle-earth made-to-order collection, which signifies to me that they haven't made these models for quite some time, and they're releasing them back, and you just add them and they're going to be ready for you just over a month. Are they in metal? They are metal, yeah, they're metal miniatures, no way. Interesting. So these I think must have come out, I want to say 15 years ago, 14 years ago. The Heirs of Grimnar collection is sold out, £92.50 for all of the Fireslayers gubbins. This came up for pre-order though, the Civitas Imperialis Administratum Sector. So you get sector with some pointy buildings, excellent if you're planning some kind of Home Alone reenactment. They are going to hurt your would-be burglars tremendously. Then you've got Start Collecting Fireslayers collection, which for some reason this week Games Workshop haven't removed the pre-orders from last week. So you've got the Fireslayers and you've got the Masters of Ruin, you know, the Chaos Lords, you've got the Battle Tome, but you've got the Breaking of the Fellowship. I think these are a metal, £45 for them. Then you've got the Battle Company, so it's up on pre-order here for £30 and the same at Forge World. Then you've got these Thundrix Profiteers collection, £28.50 for these. Does it show the colour plastic? No, it still doesn't. Oh, I'm dying to see the different coloured plastic. Dice look really cool though, I like them. And then you've got the Guardians collection. Yeah, I would have preferred bark or kind of wood colour. I think they're missing a trick there, but there we go. Then you've got Eowyn and Merry. I think you've got them on foot as well. Yeah, look, you've got them on foot, and then you've got them riding. £25, that's pretty decent. Are they in, what are they in, plastic? Plastic kit, no way. That's awesome. Here's the Doom of Moloch book, £22. It says rules for 4 new Titan legions and 7 knight houses. Doesn't say how many pages it is, but on the preview we saw that the content, and it said 77. So that's £22. I'm not sure about that for 70 pages. I think that should be 15 or 20 maximum, but for a codex price, maybe it's the Horus Heresy tax. Civitas Imperialis Spires, so these are your £20. These look really, really cool. Big fan of this Titanicus scenery. Is it made in China? Yes, I think it is. We'll have to see. Anyway, you've got the Imperial Infantryman's Handbook. This is new. Ultimate Introduction to Life as an Imperial Guard. It's £20. So it contains the Monitora manual, the Uplifting Primer, and the Benedictions of the Emperor. So you really need to get that if you have any kind of Imperium book. Oh, hello, this actually says, so it is A5 and it's 192 pages. Alright, that's pretty good. So it's good that they actually show the page numbers there. Then you've got the Red Feast, Lords and Tyrants, both hardback books to pre-order. The Profiteers themselves with the cards. Galadrim Warriors with Swords, £15 for free. Seems quite pricey. The Chaos Lord, he was up last week, so was the Master of Executions. You've got Stormcast Eternal, Stormsires, Cursebreakers, Rangers of the North, and Morgul Stalkers. The Doomseeker is out of stock, no way. And then you've got all of the other little bands and things for Middle-earth. The Fireslayer's dice are out of stock. And you've got the Plague War, finally in paperback, $8.99. And you've got the dice. I do like the Profiteers dice. And you've got Serdan? Anyway, Serdan. £8 for him separately. And then you've got the Adeptus Titanicus Night Stratagem cards as well for £9. Got 26 cards there. So a lot up for pre-order because they've left the pre-orders from last week on. And there's a fair few Nightvault things to pre-order, Middle-earth and Adeptus Titanicus as well. So there's a huge smorgasbord of different game systems, different models all through the ranges. And yeah, they've got Age of Sigmar, Middle-earth, Titanicus and 40k all on there for this week. So quite a lot going on for the pre-orders this weekend. Hopefully next weekend it settles down a bit. What do you guys think for all of the releases up for pre-order today? What do you think of the Grandmaster Edition finally coming back up to purchase? It has been about 6 months since it was up. I think that is far too long to wait. I think Games Workshop really missed a trick. They would have sold a lot more if they had made a lot more and then really pushed that in the stores as well, but they didn't. And that set originally sold out within an hour, and then you haven't been able to get it for 6 months. But it hasn't stopped them making all of the models to support the game and all the newer models. It's not like they stopped everything, they just carried on. And we can only imagine what impact that's had on them. Obviously not a huge impact because their share price is still incredible, but imagine if that had happened for like the Dark Imperium set. They obviously didn't want that to happen, and it didn't happen, and they kept those Dark Imperium sets up. They made enough, but they didn't make enough of these Grandmaster editions, so now they've found some more, or they've made some more. Don't know whether it's taken 6 months to make them, but still. Anyway, that is my news and pre-order video for this weekend, the 20th of April. If you're still here at the end of the video, I've decided to release the Chaos Terminator review tomorrow on Sunday as a special kind of Easter weekend video. Hope you enjoy it. I think Monday and Tuesday we'll go back to the Warhammer 40k Conquest videos, but then Wednesday I'm going to have a review of either the Master of Executions or the Dark Apostle, or both, with the Noctilith Crown joining them at some point shortly after. And there are going to be some more Primaris reviews from the Shadowspear box set. So I hope you join me for the rest of the videos. Hope you're enjoying all the content right now. Have an incredible Easter weekend, whatever you're doing, and stay safe. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.